Greetings, parishioners. This is Father Steve again, and just a couple of thoughts and reflections on this coming Sunday's reading for the fourth Sunday in Ordinary Time, where Jesus' ministry in Mark's Gospel begins. Jesus comes from the country and goes to a little seaside town called Capharnaum and enters the synagogue, and they are in amazement at his preaching authority and teaching prowess. And then Jesus also heals a man possessed by demons. So just a couple thoughts on that. First of all, going into that synagogue, I wonder why they heard him speak with such authority. I wonder if it's a little bit something like this. Good priests long before me always said, never go to someone's house when you've been invited with just yourself. Always show up with something more. And so, of course, that kind of implies take a nice bottle of wine. And whenever I go to these wine stores, I have to admit, I'm kind of seduced by the color or the design of a label, because when I read the detail, I have no idea what a hint of vanilla is, or the bouquet of raspberry or blackberry, or the back taste of pepper. I have no idea what that means. So generally, I have to have a sip of it before I really know, is it good wine or not? And I think it's that sense that sometimes we simply look at the outside, and by someone's position or by their look, that we say that's a good person. But it's not until they really are transparent, you get to taste what's inside, that you really know whether it's a good wine or not. And I think that's what the people heard about Jesus. That's what they saw about Jesus, that when he showed up at the synagogue in Capharnaum, he was truly being authentic. He wasn't preaching from an idea, but rather from himself. And so there's that sense about integrity, authenticity, and therefore it gave him authority because he was so transparent in how he preached about the grace of God. Now, as human beings, we're always somewhat conflicted. I know in my own life, I hear different, not voices, but I hear different opinions rattling around in my head. And sometimes I'm not always authentic in how I am because I'm conflicted in my ideas or my perspectives. And so when Jesus meets this man possessed by demons, it talks about we, and that I think is that sense of having many minds or conflicted viewpoints. And Jesus says, I will heal you of that conflict so that you can be single-minded. That's what we always pray for, I think, in how we live our lives, that we do it with transparency, integrity, authenticity, and single-mindedness. So just for me this week to reflect a little bit on where am I less than authentic, where am I less than transparent, and certainly where am I less single-minded in following the mind and the heart of Jesus. Something to think about as we come into this coming week. God bless you.